students have unique characteristics that other people don't tend to have. They're at the peak of their idealism. That's when they should take advantage of asking themselves the questions. What kind of life do we want to lead? Do we want to just get a job and become a cog in some corporate or government wheel? Or do we want to be able to take our conscience to work every day and make a difference?
With no further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Ralph Nader.
The subject tonight is losing control and regaining control in a consumer marketplace. This is a lot broader subject than the title would indicate. You, like our generation, have been growing up corporate. That is, we see the economy pretty much the way those tens of thousands of advertisements want us to see the economy. And those advertisements come from corporations. So when you see, for example, ads for Coca-Cola or for hot dogs or for toothpaste, you see the vendor's perspective. You don't see a counter's perspective. And what does it mean to grow up corporate? It means to constrain our very imagination. It means that we are not offered the full panorama that can provoke a critical mind, that can develop innovations in thinking that would raise the expectation level of the people, would raise the imagination level of the people, so that we can connect our promise to performance on the ground. And we have far more problems than we deserve in this country, but far more solutions that we don't apply. They're on the shelf. Housing, energy, public transit, tax reform, you name it, we've got it. And some of them are actually pilot projects around the country. The inner city school that's really humming along beautifully. Or the building that uses 25% of the energy of a similar building down the street of the same size. So this is what really consumer exercises that tend to provoke and explore. For example, suppose between classes here at Fordham, you have a few minutes between class and you chit-chat, don't you? Small talk. Well, suppose you have four of you were there just talking before class, and one of you says, "Oh, excuse me, here comes Phyllis Smith. She's a very expert consumer." The other three, sort of a strange comment. So they resume their small talk, and the same person says, "Oh, excuse me, here comes Reginald Jones. He's a really active citizen." The eyes start to roll a little bit, and then they start talking again. One of the four, same person says, "Oh, here comes Henriette Mantel. She is a very demanding taxpayer." Well, what would you do if you were part of that force and you heard that? It would sound bizarre, wouldn't it? Because you know how you describe one another. You describe one another other ways. But that's how we grow up. We grow up in very conventional ways. Well, those are three very important skills that you should have to demand proper government service for your tax dollars, to demand safe, accurate, and worthy consumer products and services, and to demand that you participate in a functioning democracy as a citizen, not just watch somebody else do it. Join a small party where you'll get fast responsibility. Join a Green Party. Join, if you wish, Libertarian Party. Join a small party. Get in on the ground floor. Get some experience. Start running candidates at the local level. A lot of you can run at the local level after you graduate. 2.5 million offices are elected at the local level in America, and a lot of them have no opposition to the incumbent. Board of Education, City Council, so on. So, in Chester, Connecticut, 3,500 people, there are 147 elected officers. If you want to participate in the civic arena instead of just the commercial arena, a lot of you are not there. And multiply this millions of times, and you've got one of the reasons why we don't have very well-functioning democracy, and why we have too much power in the hands of the few against the many. History shows that when the few large corporations and their political allies have too much power. They're not going to make decisions for the benefit of the many. They're going to make it for their own benefit and perpetuation. But you see the gap between knowledge and action? You see, it's not enough to know. You have to care. You have to have fire in your belly. You have to have a sense of injustice. You can't have a sense of justice without a sense of injustice. And that's why it's not enough just to sort of say, yeah, we know this is going on, but you can't do anything about it. The old, you can't fight City Hall, you can't fight Exxon attitude. That kind of withdrawal is a withdrawal that becomes a way of life. It becomes a way of life. It's a way of surrender. And when millions of people do it, the whole quality of the political economy declines. So that now, even though we have huge GDP, and we are called the richest nation in the world, we have 1 out of every 3 workers full-time working Walmart wages, $7.50, $8, $9, $10, $10.50 an hour before deductions. We have about 50 million people without health insurance, and millions more underinsured. And we have a whole variety of deprivations that you will never hear a president of the United States give a speech about, the way President Obama and President Bush gave speeches about Iraq and Afghanistan. What we really need to do, I think, in this country is liberate our imaginations so that our value systems can have greater elbow room, and so that we can have a greater reach, and so we can have a greater grasp. It starts with imagination. Read what your predecessor students did in the past, and I hope you will make them look modest by comparison with your achievements. And remember, knowledge needs to link to action. In order to get better knowledge, needs the discipline of action. Thank you very much for inviting me.